The lesson.
Oh yeah.
Someone that's been around in the 90s, early 2000s, all the way through to now, I mean, shit's obviously a lot different. What are some of the main changes that you've seen, and what are your thoughts on those changes?
I think like the biggest change has been the audience, like that there is actually an audience for rap now. Whereas like in the 90s, there was like, man, like no one wanted, like you said you made rap music or hip hop and people would do like rap hands at you and just take the, like it was just so not a thing that anyone would take you seriously doing, you know what I mean? So I guess the biggest change I can see is like there's a lot of like rap music, whether it be poppy rap music or just that is like that's the main form of like you know, music in the world, pretty much. Like that's the most popular music of the day. So like I guess there's like there's a massive audience for it in Australia where there wasn't before.
Yeah, I find that now people are a lot more open to different sort of styling sounds. You know? Like I think that in kind of like what you were saying about the Nuff Said sort of days, it's like back in those times, I think whether it was Nuff Said or another label, you kind of, you know, if you didn't have that traditional sort of 90s
like
sound.
It was very, because the audience was so small, man, and like they definitely were very staunch about what kind of hip hop was acceptable and what wasn't. And but that's what a lot of dudes were into that as well. It wasn't like they were trying to play into a certain sound to be popular. No one gave a fuck about being popular. It was just kind of like the shit that people were into then. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, people just started taking more chances, which is kind of cool. Like you went back to the Axis record, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, just like blending different styles and sounds and stuff. It's definitely been a slow transition. I mean, there's like a whole other story. I mean, even from that, like I wasn't really like part of the 80s. There's like a whole other movement as well before my time. But yeah, I think like younger kids would probably really know like maybe fourth generation dudes, like say maybe
after Nosebleed section.
Yeah, like so like there was that whole thing, and then there was all those artists at that time, and then just after that, so maybe around like 2008, you have like your sort of Fundamentals and Illy and all those kind of guys just starting out.
Yeah.
So I might get that wrong, but yeah, seems to me that's when it was. Don't want to upset anybody with timelines. Yeah.
The lesson.
Oh yeah.